Good afternoon and welcome to the Fruit Basket Recipes. Today we will be making onion marmalade. These recipes are making marmalades and chutneys from leftover fruits and vegetables. You will have lying around the house. It's designed to get you cooking with leftover fruits and vegetables that would normally go to waste. So today we'll start with onion marmalade. As you can hear, my pan's rip-roaring hot, nice and spitting. It's a mixture of butter and olive oil. But this recipe is to do leftover onions, so finely diced onions, rip-roaring hot pan, and in they go. You can hear them sizzle. Right, now the trick is to get a nice onion marmalade is to let the onions caramelise under their own steam. This means leaving the onions to their own devices. It might be tempting to just keep going and keep stirring, but trust me, you don't want to. You want to leave it to their own devices. If you want to caramelise a bit better and a bit quicker, add a little bit of some kind of sugar. I'm using honey for its natural purposes, just a little bit. And of course, for flavouring, a little bit of salt and pepper. But you just leave them to their own devices. Check on it maybe every 2 minutes. But for the most part, just leave it to your own device. Just leave it to its own devices. I'm using sea salt for flavour. But just leave it to its own devices, let it sit there, and just let it get a nice golden brown colour. Now, the other ingredients in this recipe are red wine vinegar and balsamic vinegar. The red wine vinegar is for flavour, and the balsamic vinegar will give it a nice colour and a nice touch of flavour. As you can see now, the onions are nicely caramelised. They're a nice golden brown colour, exactly where you want them. Nice colour. So, next step is red wine vinegar. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. You hear it raw, that's good, that's what you want it to do. Stir it in. At this point you want to reduce the heat just a little bit. Next, so the red wine vinegar will give it the flavour, and then this, the balsamic vinegar. So, 1, 3 tablespoons. I'm going to add an extra tablespoon because I want my marmalade a bit of a darker colour. But depending on if you like balsamic or if you want a lighter marmalade, add more or less at your discretion. It's entirely up to you. So, both the vinegars are in. You can see it's now got a liquid base. So now what we'll do, turn the heat back up. Bring this mixture to the boil. And then once it's boiled, let it reduce, and all those vinegars and all the juice from the onions will thicken up. You get a nice thick onion marmalade. The reduction will take between 10 to 20 minutes. It depends on how thick you want your marmalade. If you want a really nice gloopy one, you let it reduce longer. If you want a bit thinner marmalade, let it reduce a shorter time. So you can hear it's come to the boil. You can hear it sizzling again. You can see all the vinegar and the sugar has been mixed into the onions. So now we just simply turn down the heat and reduce for 10 minutes. Alright, now, as you can see, the onion marmalade reduced nicely. It's nice and thick and gloopy, just how I like it. So, we're going to leave it to cool. Just leave it on the side, let it cool under its own pace. But remember, 90 minutes. Then it goes in the fridge. So, once it's cooled, put it into a jar that I've sterilised earlier. Really easy simple to sterilise jars. In boiling hot water, leave them in there for 10 minutes, take them out and then dry them in an oven at about 50 degrees. Just open the oven, leave the oven on low and then leave them in there. These are just jam jars that I've collected over the past few weeks and I've sterilised them as and where. Now, some people would recommend a jam funnel. However, going with the theme of recycling, I present to you my own homemade jam funnel. It's simply a milk bottle that I've taken the bottom off, I've left the handle on, and once the onion marmalade is cooled, I shall put it on the jar like this, use the handle, and I shall pour it straight in. No mess, no fuss, great recycling. Peace out.